people. Say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the Med Scarlet News with a buzz. Now it seems as if with Beryllium Security re-strategizing and linking up, collaborating with the Po-Po, the criminals, mostly from Kingston, are looking for other soft targets. Communities that were once known as tranquil communities, they have changed drastically for the worse. I am speaking about an incident that occurred in a place called Stephen Run, Nain, that is in St. Elizabeth last night at about 10 o'clock. It is said that some persons were having a birthday celebration at some sorts of bar when some gunmen are rolled by rolling surveillance looking for easy targets. Obviously, heard the music, heard people laughing, heard people enjoying themselves. And we all know that misery loves company. These gunmen, it seems as if they don't like to see persons celebrating, so therefore they want to spoil the joy. As a matter of fact, they have bills to pay and they like to rob, they like to S-H-O-O-T. However, it seems as if they pick the wrong place at the wrong time. It is said that 3GUNMEN invaded the people them bar, people them premises, stick up the people them, take chain, take cell phone, take ring, take cash. While they were in the process, they were challenged by a licensed firearm holder that happened to be just close by, close vicinity. It is also said that the quick response Po-Po also responded. Now people, to my knowledge, there's no such thing. Well, there's a thing called quick response team in a Jamaica JCF. However, I doubt that that existed in St. Elizabeth at that time. I am assuming the Po-Po were probably passing by, heard some sorts of loud explosion, heard excitement, and they were just happened to be in the area, so therefore they made a chase. Based on the information, it is said that between the licensed firearm holder and the Po-Po, there was a big chase. The chase left from Stevens Run, Nain, and then ended up in a place called Gazeland. Gazeland also in a St. Elizabeth, like me said, 1 mile down the road or so. It is said that there was an exchange of FIRE. After the smoke cleared, 3 persons, the 3 robbers that left in a some sorts of Subaru, they got conned up. One of the men would eventually die. Based on what the residents in Nain, Stephen Run are saying, it is becoming very disturbing, the amount of robberies. It seems as if every week there's at least 4 or 5 robberies in the area. Now people, like me say, Nain is a very quiet, tranquil community. They are not used to that. However, even as it pertains to St. Elizabeth, it is supposed to be the breadbasket capital. However, people, we say that these persons are no longer farming, they are farming a fool. It is nothing but thieves that are invading the people and place. Based on the information, it is also said, since last night and this morning, 4 robberies. The one at that bar that I spoke about, and then in a Santa Cruz. Busman get robbed, $35,000. Taximan get robbed, $75,000, and a food vendor also got robbed. So people, we say things have changed. Now people, let me ask you a question. I don't know if it is that Indicom have these Po-Po week. However, how is it that you caught 3 criminals in a some sort of SHOOT outs, and then after the smoke clear, only one of them is DEAD? Why would you even give the next 2 criminals that were caught in the act chance to survive, live, and continue with their criminal act? You should not give them any sorts of chances. They should be bust like some sorts of balloon. I am speaking about open and shut case. I am speaking about closed casket, point blank, and period. Now the other day, there was an incident that took place in a place called Albion. Albion is in St. Thomas, wherein there was an attempted robbery of a beryllium truck, the fourth in about 2.5 months. During that incident, it is said that one officer, security guard, he was hit in the back, blunt force trauma from some sorts of high-powered rifle. He was okay. We also saw numerous videos of the security guards, rightfully so, running away for their dear lives. We saw that the relevant authority, meaning the upper hierarchy of the JC of Jamaica Constabulary Force and also Beryllium, they had a meeting the other day and they told us what kind of strategy they are going to put into place to make sure that this never happens again. More than likely, we will see this within the next month. It is going to be a regular occurrence, unless, of course, they put into play the proper procedures, protocol to hinder these people from trying to rob them. However, that is yet to be determined. In that incident, we heard about the security guard getting hurt. However, there is also the voiceless that is out there. Persons that were involved. However, you do not hear anything about it on TVJ, CVM, conventional media. However, people, it seems as if there was a blue van in these videos that we saw. However, we did not hear that those persons, the passenger and the drivers, were going through a very traumatic episode. I am going to let you listen to a voice note that was sent by a lady that was in a vehicle that was smack in the middle of everything, explaining everything in intricate detail, what her and her family went through when all of these con was being fired by the GUN, MEN, and allegedly by the security guards. Take a listen, take a look.
Hi, good morning. I am Charles, madam. I am the person, along with my spouse and my granddaughter, who was involved in the incident in Albion at that gas station on Saturday. Okay, what happened is that we went there to get some gas. We got the gas, turned around to a shop there to get water, and before we parked, we just hear a lot of gunshot, a lot of gunshot, a lot of gunshot. During the incident, my spouse got shot. You might have seen the blue van that got out of control. That's when he got the shot. And we got out of control. The van partially got damaged. My granddaughter was so shaken up. My spouse had to rush to the doctor, which was close by. And I myself was pretty much shaken up. Still shake up. I have to go to the doctor on the following Monday. Still shaking up. The least sound I hear now, I get so fidgety. Yes, so after all of that, all I know, my spouse got shot. And I went to the insurance, not even sure what the insurance can do because my vehicle is a third party. So we are left out. We are just here spending money, buy medication, go to doctor, trying to fix the vehicle because the front part was mashed up and we couldn't drive the vehicle without light and things, so we have to do all of that. We are just here spending money and not hearing the people there, forensic, everybody came, they take information, the bullets, 2 bullets enter the vehicle, which one connect my spouse. Forensic took the bullets and then do all the things, and they take a lot of information and pictures and whatever. Well, from that time we haven't heard anything from anyone, so we just don't know what to do. Okay, thank you.
So people, you're hearing the voice of the voiceless. These persons were trapped smack in the middle of everything. Went through the trauma just like the security guards. One of them actually got conned up, went to the hospital. The people them shaken up after that, post-traumatic effect, I guess it is called. Now people, I am not expecting the JCF to take away whatever psychological traumatic problem these people are having. But me just say, if somebody get caught in something involving a company, multi-million dollar, maybe billion-dollar company, you would expect that somebody that was SHOT because of their operational thing, they would at least make some sorts of arrangement to make sure that that person is taken care of. I would assume that they had some sorts of insurance to cover any sorts of eventualities such as those. I would also expect that the popo that were there, scene of crime, seeing that they did some sorts of report, would have made sure that the medical bills, the doctor bills were taken care of by the JCF or those responsible or the irresponsible, whichever way you want to call it, the relevant authority. That also was not done, so therefore Beryllium was not responsible, the JCF was not responsible. All they did, make a whole bunch of promises, write down all sorts of reports. However, at the end of the day, these people are not getting any sorts of assistance. But people, we should not be surprised from a company that shows that they cannot properly move these persons' money in a responsible way. They cannot provide the safety that their workers need. As a matter of fact, their workers cannot even get the proper pay that they are due. So therefore, when we think about two incompetent organizations, we should not be surprised by the result that we get. Not saying that it is right, but just I say, somebody needs to step forward and make sure that these people get some sort of form of justice, some sort of assistance financially with this medical bill, seeing that they were caught in the middle of you being incompetent, point blank and period. Now people, you've heard me say it on several occasions. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. The other day there was a CRASH 2 taximan in a St. Thomas. And in that vehicle, maybe 3 people got DEAD, 8 others got injured. They were driving in a place that was not for vehicular traffic. They were doing construction and them lock off the place, put all sorts of concrete barrier. However, these hard-headed people use some sorts of truck, move the barrier and start drive up there. It end up 3 people lose them life, 8 others injured. Fast forward last night, less than 12 hours ago, in a place called Hart Hill. Don't know if that is in St. Thomas or wherever that is. And next thing, head on once again, 2 vehicles, this time a Probox and a Axio. The Probox, pretty much the whole of the engine gone in the front seat them. The Axio, the person in that fold up like some sorts of Taco Bell taco. It was not very good. Whoever make it out alive might have been in some sorts of vegetative state. People are going to broke up them foot, broke up them back, all sorts of stuff. Because of YouTube's policy, I cannot show this. Now people, don't know if it is the mindset, the mentality of these Jamaicans, where they don't learn from the mistakes of others, and they definitely don't learn from their own mistakes. Don't know what it is going to take for these people to slow down on the road. Don't know what it is going to take for them to understand that, listen, the conditions in which you are driving on these places, St. Thomas, Portland, wherever in a Jamaica, that is under construction. The road is bad, all sorts of pothole, and it is poorly lit. So therefore, when you are speeding on a dirt road that have all sorts of mall and all sorts of dirt a kick up when you drive, there is poor visibility, there is poor traction. So therefore, when you're in a haste to go wherever you are going to make that almighty dollar, to make as much trip as you can make as a taximan, just remember the saying, haste makes waste. There's a reason why these people make these proverbs or these wise saying, because it keeps repeating itself. All who cannot hear, they are going to definitely feel. Now people, on top of the fact that these people are a set of hard-headed, knucklehead, stubborn, selfish people, we must also give a whole lot of the blame pertaining to the relevant authority. Those that are doing construction, those that are making these roads with all sorts of pothole, there is not enough signs, there is not enough lighting, so therefore persons' life are always going to be in jeopardy. So therefore, whenever you link a set of knucklehead, stubborn, love for speed people with a set of incompetent, irresponsible road people, it is only going to be a recipe for disaster. However, like most of the videos that I've done and everybody have done on social media, all of the warning that you see on TV and radio, it is only going to go through one ears and come out through the next. These people are not going to stop until them KILL off everybody, all of their passenger and their selves. And people, I have come to a point where I am sympathetic for the people that sit down in these vehicles and don't say anything. However, when these drivers lose their life, and it is going to sound controversial, I don't really feel sorry for them anymore. I pretty much only sympathize with the family members and loved ones that have to deal with hard-headed, knuckle-headed, stubborn, selfish people like this, because they are the ones that have to pick up the pieces and are traumatized, have to deal with the funeral expense for some sorts of waste man. Point blank and period. So anyways people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.